Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with John Carroll Catholic, head football coach. Will Mara, powered by CM Gridiron. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome back, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Well, hearty congratulations on a fantastic win Friday night. You took down Montevallo 27-7. Great win. Tell us about it.
Well, first off, John Ford had a huge game.
Right.
Defense stepped up. They've got a real shifty quarterback. They've got a lot of athletes on the field, and defense executed the game plan and was able to manage that quarterback enough. And then offense stepped up. O-line had a great game, and so did John Ford. So
right. You mentioned John Ford. We can't mention him enough on this show
Right.
today because he had 14 carries, 214 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, he just kind of went off, didn't he?
He did, and that's we told him going into this week. We told all the kids that we're going to find some dogs to play on both sides of the ball, and so we really challenged him this week in practice. And John Ford stepped up. He played both ways.
Right.
He was had a couple tackles as well, but it was 41 carries is a load, and he made it happen. And
what did I say? 14? I meant 41.
I don't know. It was, 41.
There you go.
That's what he carried. He did his job, and he did what he did all week in practice. So John's one. He's improved week in and week out, and over the last couple of years, and he stepped into a role. I think coming in, he was kind of third string running back, and some stuff happened, and we told him we're leaning on you this week, and he made it happen.
That's fantastic.
Yes, sir.
You can't ask for better than that. Who else played well? You mentioned the offensive line.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Elsie Gibson, Shea, Mokry, and then we had our right guard go down early in the game. So Will Fino stepped in, and Bo Burke, and then Andy. Andy Everett did a fantastic job at that FH position as well. So leaned on them. I think we ran the ball 41 times and threw it 15. So it was very, very run-heavy game.
You know, the offensive line is they're always the unsung heroes, but man, when you can go off for that many yards running in a game, they are really doing their job.
Absolutely.
Good deal. Any injuries this week, Coach?
No, sir.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. You can't.
Well, actually, our right guard.
You mentioned the right
Nick Garrido went down, and we're waiting for an update today, praying for the best for him. But
right.
Yeah, he did go down.
Okay. Well, Coach, any team has to have good assistants to help lead the team along. Tell us a little bit about your assistant coaches.
Yeah, so we're blessed here with a ton of volunteers that have a great football knowledge, but they're more invested in trying to develop these boys into young men, and so that's really what drives them. But I mean, they adjust their work schedules. Some of them go in at 3 a.m. so during the fall, so they make sure that they can be here for practice. And I think we've got, out of the 19 coaches from 7th through 12th grade, I think only 4 of us work at the school. So there's about 15 of them that adjust their whole lifestyle during football season. And some of those, our defensive coordinator, Mike Playa, he graduated from here in the 90s. Demetrius Battle came in this year as a running back coach, and he's done excellent things for our running backs. He just got done. He graduated from here in, I think, 2018.
Wow.
Went on and played at West Alabama, and then played at UAB last year. So
that's great.
And got an opportunity. I think he's going with the Stallions in the spring. So
good for him.
He's been a huge addition.
Absolutely.
But we've got a lot of excellent guys that just really good guys that also know football. And so we're blessed to have them around.
To have that many volunteers, that's a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a true blessing. Well, we'll be right back after this message.
PrepsNet Coach Speak is powered by CM Gridiron. CM Gridiron is your home of fan-focused Alabama high school football. From our weekly interactive Team of the Week and offensive and defensive fan-selected player of the week polls to the Alabama High School Stadium Tour, player profiles, Coach of the Week features, and live in-game scoreboards, CM Gridiron is the largest fan-driven digital platform in the state of Alabama. Your team, your voice, your vote, your game. CM Gridiron.
And we're back. Coach, this week you have a tough Wenonah team coming here to your stadium, and they are 4-1. The only game that they lost by 1 point to Corner. Tell me what you expect to see from them.
Well, as of right now, this is the biggest game of our season, and
Right.
for both teams. It looks like this is a playoff game, and that's the way we're treating it. I mean, we think that winner of this game could have a big shot of getting in.
Right.
So they've done a lot of good things. They're always explosive. They've got amazing athletes everywhere you look. So it's definitely a battle and a tough test this week.
Right, gotcha. So Coach Nicholas Howard is in his 4th season over there for the Dragons. Tell us what you might expect from him from style of play.
Well, they always have an athletic quarterback,
Right.
And that's always kind of our game plan coming in. Is we got to make sure that we maintain leverage on the quarterback. Got to
Right.
always keep a spy on him, because at any time they're kind of part of their game plan. It seems like if things break down, that's okay because they got a quarterback that can make a play. So that's definitely one of our key points of emphasis. And then on defense, they've got a stud on the D-line that I believe is committed to UAB, and he's been a tough test for the last 2 years for us.
Right.
So trying to make sure that we've got him double-teamed or running away from him. So
Right, gotcha.
they're always a tough opponent, and it's always been a good game between us over the last 4 years.
Well, you're coming off a big high. Everybody's excited right now, but this is going to be a very tough task this Friday. How do you avoid a letdown?
Yeah, and I think that our team has done a really good job of taking everything 1 week at a time. And,
Right.
I know that's cliche, and all coaches give that, but it didn't matter. It hasn't mattered if we're coming off of a big win this year or off of some disappointing losses.
Right.
Our boys have come ready to work the next week, and
That's awesome.
So trying to like I said, it's one game season right now,
Right.
and this is the one that matters.
Well, if you're approaching it that way, the boys are on a high. That's awesome, and they're going to come flying into this game. Maybe it's a time for a bit of an upset, huh, Coach?
We hope so, yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, that's our show today. Thank you, Coach, and thank you for watching. Join us again next week for another John Carroll version of Coach Speak.